All right, Pirates of the Caribbean. They don't even call it 3. They call it Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. And what do I say first? Well, I'll go to the good news first. Keith Richards, who's on our cover here with Johnny Depp, is actually good in the movie. He plays the pirate daddy of Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. And the man is genuinely scary. Something else that this movie doesn't really have. He's terrifying to look at. He's got that deep rumble of a voice. And he's also got that kind of hooded eyes that when they open in a little squint, it seems like the gates of hell are opening up. So you look at him and you're fascinated with him. And that really is good news. So what's the bad news? The bad news is that Keith Richards is in the movie with Johnny Depp for less than 2 minutes. And that means that there's 165 minutes to go of a movie that actually goes nowhere. At World's End, I was at wit's end watching this. It's just one awful scene of exposition, repetitiveness, digital overload, but mostly it's talk. Talk, talk, talk. What were they thinking? Why would you make a movie 3 hours long when you really want to make money and get people in there to do it? Don't understand it. Want to know what else I don't understand? How is Orlando Bloom, how does that guy get work? I mean, the worst thing about these 3 Pirates movies has been him, Will Turner. Who is he? Do you remember? I have no idea who this guy's playing. And yet he's searching for something. He's on a quest. I think he's on a quest to find a personality. Just kidding, but he's actually looking for his father, and nobody cares. How can you care? Keira Knightley, absolutely works her bony ass off trying to get some kind of a rise out of this guy, and nothing happens. He just looks pretty and bland. So, okay, you're saying to me, what about Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp is great. The first movie got him an Oscar nomination. I loved him in it. I think he actually should have won. He was that good. Second movie, he was kind of repeating himself. Now, they don't know what to do. So, if you remember the last movie, he's dead. The Kraken eats him, and suddenly he shows up in Davy Jones's locker. He doesn't just show up. He's multiplied. It's like a hallucination, like a bad drug trip. He is cloned himself in his own head, and so it looks like being John Malkovich. It's suddenly being John Malkovich as being Captain Jack Sparrow. He's talking to himself. I could just see the producers behind the scenes saying, what do we do? They like Johnny, so let's give him more Johnny. It makes no sense. And I never thought I would say this, but you really can have too much of a good thing, and there's just way too much of this. He looks like he's in another movie and doesn't know what's happening. What about the special effects? You're saying they spent $250 million on them. There's a scene near the beginning where they go to the end of the world to get him, where everything turns upside down like the Poseidon Adventure. It looks tacky. It looks horrible. In fact, until the last half hour where they have a real wow of a climactic big sea battle, everything looks kind of tacky. Where did the money go? Was everybody in the movie making the money? Is it all producer Jerry Bruckheimer who's actually making it? I don't know. All I know is that I felt like I was buried under an avalanche of cliches and incoherence. And you know what? Reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End, and please tell me there will not be a 4. They're talking about a 4. I think everyone should get together, hold hands, and hope that it never happens. But reviewing it is a futile gesture because there's no point to it. It's not a movie. What Pirates 3 is a business proposition. And I say, if that's what you want, go and get it. Me, I'd rather stay home and watch a DVD of the first one again and remember that maybe once there was something there. Now, it's just nothing.